My dear students, welcome to the third report revision for grade 9. As you know, my dear student, the revision for the test is very important, so I want you to listen to me carefully. At the beginning, I want to tell you that the revision consists of 3 parts. The first part is reading, the second part is use of language, and the third part is writing. Now, let's start with the reading part. It consists of 1 long passage and 1 short passage. As you see, my student, the long passage is about a fisherman. I am going to read the passage and answer 4 questions. Listen to me carefully. Paragraph 1. Tom is a fisherman. He goes fishing 4 days a week. In the morning, he gets up early and goes to the beach. He keeps his boat there. It is an old boat. He always checks everything in the boat before going fishing because he is a cautious man, and he knows that the sea is too dangerous. Paragraph 2. One fine morning, Tom went early to the beach. He hoped to catch a lot of fish that day. He started the engine and the boat moved away from the beach. 1 hour later, he found a good place to fish, an island, but far from the coast. He began fishing. The sky was gray and it was cold, but he was happy because he was wearing warm clothes. And he had brought some hot coffee, and there were many fish to be caught. Paragraph 3. 2 hours later, the weather suddenly changed. The wind began to blow. It was very strong. The sky got very dark and the rain began to fall. There is going to be a storm, thought Tom. I should go home quickly. The storm got worse and worse. The sea threw the boat right and left, up and down, and soon it was full of water. He put on his life jacket and jumped into water. Paragraph 4. Tom swam and swam till he saw a boat. The boat was bigger than his boat. He shouted for help. The man in the boat heard Tom and saved him. Tom reached the coast safely. He thanked the man a lot. He was wet and tired but happy that God saved his life. Question number 1. Question 1. Based on paragraph number 4, how did Tom feel? Paragraph 4. He was wet and tired but happy. A. Amused. B. Angry. C. Pleased. D. Satisfied. The correct answer is pleased. Question 2. What did Tom put on when he jumped into the water? Paragraph 3. He put on his life jacket. A. His life jacket, light cloth, sun cream, warm cloth. The correct answer is A. Life jacket. Question 3. Based on paragraph 4, what happened to Tom at the end of the story? Paragraph 4. What happened to Tom at the end of the story? Okay, the man in the boat heard Tom and saved him. A. A helicopter saved his life. A lifeguard saved his life. A man in a boat saved his life. A police officer saved his life. The correct answer is C. Yes. What about question 4? How did the bad weather affect Tom's boat? Give a proof from the text. Yeah. The sea threw the boat left and right, up and down, and soon it was full of water. The correct answer. Copy. Yes. The sea threw the boat right and left, up and down, and soon it was full of water. Yes. What about reading 2? I am going to read the passage and answer 2 questions. Listen to me carefully. Paragraph 1. It happened yesterday afternoon during the break. Susan, Mary, and Jane were playing in the playground when Susan started discussing with Mary. Jane was so surprised that she didn't do anything. Paragraph 2. The bell rang to the next lesson, but they didn't go to the classroom. The teacher, Mrs. Hopkins, asked where the girls were, and the children told her that they were in the playground, and things were pretty bad between them. Paragraph 3. Mrs. Hopkins left the classroom and went to the playground to see what was happening. She saw them fighting. When she tried to make them stop, Susan, who was very nervous, punched her teacher because she thought it was a girl who was trying to stop the fight. Mrs. Hopkins was so angry that she took the 2 girls to the headmaster's office. The headmasters punished the 2 girls and made them promise they wouldn't fight again. What a day. Question 1. When did this incident happen? If we go back to paragraph 1, it happened yesterday afternoon. Yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, yesterday morning, yesterday night. The correct answer is A. Question 2. Where were the girls? If you go back to paragraph 2, they were in the playground. Okay? In the class, in the hall, in the office, in the playground. The correct answer is D. Okay. What about part 2? Use of language. 1. Read this sentence. He doesn't know how to handle the situation. What is the best meaning of the underlined word in the above sentence? Handle. The underlined word handle means break off, deal with, see about, work out. The correct answer is B. Deal with. What about sentence 2? Read this sentence. Rashid is very because he doesn't respect his parents. Depolite, dispolite, impolite, unpolite. The correct answer is C. Rashid is very impolite because he doesn't respect his parent. What about sentence 3? Which of the following sentence is grammatically correct? If I were rich, I can live in a big house. If I were rich, I must live in a big house. If I were rich, I will live in a big house. If I were rich, I would live in a big house. If conditional type 2, so the correct answer is D. Okay, sentence 4. Read the following sentences. We rode to the bank and got out of the boat. Got out of the boat. What is the best meaning of the underlined word in the above sentence? A. The land along the side of the river. The owning of money and things. The place which keeps money. The store of things and money. Okay, we got out of the boat, so the correct answer is A. Yes. What about writing? Writing 1. Writing 1. Situation. Imagine you have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Write a story or an account of a true event. Describe what happened. Okay, the task. Write an account of a true event or a real life story. Describe what happened to you. Your account should be up to 15 sentences and should be separated into 3 or 4 paragraphs. You should answer the following questions. When, where did it take place? Who was there? What happened and what the main characters did? How did you and the main characters feel? What happened in the end? Before you write a story or an account of a true event, I want to remind you about the planning of a story. If you want to write a story, how to make a plan or how to plan your story, look at this page from your student book. Yes, an account of a true event. When you are writing an account of a true event, try to narrate what happened according to the plan below. Introduction. The first paragraph is introduction. Describe the setting, time, place, weather, and introduce the main characters. Okay. The next page. The main part. Yes, this one. The main part. You can write 2 or 3 paragraphs. Okay, mention what happened and what the main characters did using linking words, phrase. You can also mention how the main characters felt. Okay. What about writing 2? Writing 2, situation. Imagine that you have a problem and needs an advice. Write a letter to a friend asking for advice. The task. Write a letter asking for advice. Your letter should be separated into 3 or 4 paragraphs. Write up to 15 complete sentences. Use correct grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Organize your ideas according to this plan. Greeting, opening paragraph, main part, and the closing paragraph. But before you write your letter, I want you to see how to plan for the letter. Yes, this page. Look at this page from your student book. A letter asking for or giving advice. When you are writing a letter asking for or giving advice, follow the plan below. Greeting. Greet the person you are writing to. Okay. After greeting, the opening paragraph. You should write the opening paragraph. Begin your letter and say why you are writing. You can use these sentences. Okay, the next page. This page, the main part. Yes, the main part. You can write 2 or 3 paragraphs. Okay, if you are going to write a letter asking for advice, explain the problem. Okay, if you are writing a letter giving advice, give your advice. Okay, thank you. What about writing 3? Writing 3 situation. Imagine that a fundraiser took place at your school last week and many of your friends participated. The task: write an article describing the event. Your writing should be separated into 3 or 4 paragraphs. Write up to 15 sentences using correct grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Organize your ideas according to this plan. Headline: you should write a headline at the beginning of the article. Introduction: main part, you can write 2 or 3 paragraphs, and conclusion. Before you write the article, I want to remind you with the planning of the article. Look at this page from your student book. This one. Yes. An article describing an event. Okay, when you are writing an article, describe an event, follow the plan below. Title: write an interesting title. Okay, after the title you should write the introduction or the first paragraph. Give some general information about the event. Okay, what about the next page? The main part. The main part, you can write 2 or 3 paragraphs. Develop the important features of the event. Okay, and the conclusion, the last paragraph, give your overall opinion of this event. Okay. Yes, with writing 3, this is the last part of our revision. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.